For a kind of legato warm-up, this is just kind of what I do. I mean, there's 1,000 ways to go about this. I usually, when I pick up the guitar, I start to play, and I do what I call kind of just an evaluation, noodle. So I just kind of sit there and play, not in any particular key, and just kind of, I'll make my hands kind of go in just odd directions, and I'll feel inefficiencies or inconsistencies. I'll feel where I'm sloppy. And if I try something like, and I feel a bunch of slop, I'll work on an alternate picking thing. Or if I played a kind of a sloppy sweep, I'll do a sweep thing. So I kind of will sit there and just kind of noodle. And just kind of play melodically, try to skip strings, try to move around, not thinking tonalities mostly, or modes. I'm just kind of just playing, just kind of floating around. And my hands will tell me what they need. They'll tell me your hammers are sloppy, your alternate picking is out of sync, and so on. And I'll work on that. So anyway, for legato or for hammers and pulls, I usually do this routine where I used to do this a lot when I was a young man, but now I'm kind of just lining up. Again, I keep the thumb back here, and I'll just do kind of a progressive thing like this. I'll play, all right, the first note. So I'm just doing 1 4 1 3 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 3 1 2. My right hand, I'm ready to pick, because again, if this is a real performance, if I was playing for real, not practicing, right, two different things, I would have my pick would be over the string that I was playing. So I'll keep the pick over the string, and I use this part of my thumb to mute all these other strings. So the only string that can ring right now is the high E, because that's how I have it set up, right? I'm not picking, but I'm ready to pick if in a real scenario. So I do this, right? I do this for a bit. Then I do individual fingers, 1 4, 1 3, 1 2, then 2 4, 2 3, and 3 4. Okay, I'm just playing clean, a little tiny practice amp. And then I'll take that 1 2 3 4 exercise all the way up, just like this. I'll do 1 2 3 4 3 2 1 slide. And again, I'm not doing anything with this hand. All right, 1 2 3 4 3 2 1 slide. Of course, I'll hold the pick here, right, like I'm playing for real. And I'll try to go as high as I can. If I go really slow, it's actually harder, because if I play quick, the momentum will kind of iron out any inconsistencies. If I play a really, really slow hammers and pulls, that takes a lot of equal So this is tricky, especially with a clean amp. And I'll do the same thing on the B string. 1 4, 1 3. I'm not trying to go too fast. I want everything loud and clear. So playing at this pace, you have to get a pretty decent impact and snap off as I pick up the pace, that's almost easier. Okay, a little note on the right hand: when I went to the B string, I still have my thumb muting the E, the A, the D, and the G, and I have my middle finger muting the high E string. So now I'm on the B string, and only the B string can ring. So no matter how much pressure I apply here, hammering away, nothing else can ring. And I do that across all the strings, right? The D. I kind of go up and down at will. I'll do it all across the 6 strings. So it's important that you do that with a really clean sound, because that's when you'll know you're getting all the pressure correct, enough power to get the notes to come out. But it's equally as important to get a really dirty high gain sound if you're going to play that kind of music. So if I'm playing this kind of a tone, right? So now it's going to be easier to hammer, but it's going to be a lot harder to keep everything quiet. When you just touch the guitar and it makes noise. So it makes that right hand muting all the more important. This is easier. The tricky part is everything else is noisy now. So there's a lot of effort going into keeping stuff quiet when you play with high gain. So you can't really, when I was a kid, they used to say practice everything on the acoustic guitar, and then when you pick up the electric guitar, oh, it's easy. That doesn't hold true for me. Okay, that's like saying it's like swinging three bats in the on deck circle. It's not the same. If you swing 3 baseball bats, you're trying nothing but power. So when you pick up 1 baseball bat, it's easy. It's not the same. You have to have more finesse on the electric, more muting, more of a dynamic touch than you do on the acoustic guitar. Okay, so if you pick up the acoustic guitar and play alternate picking stuff, yeah, I think it might translate, but you might also be heavy-handed on the electric. You don't want to do that. If you want to be good at the electric guitar, you have to practice the electric guitar clean and dirty. And a lot of guys do. When I was a kid, everything was clean, and you stepped on the distortion pedal or you turned the amp up loud, and guys were completely ill-equipped to control that beast that is a loud electric guitar through a very loud amplifier, or 2 or 3 very loud amplifiers, right? Nowadays, I see a lot of guys practice on YouTube and stuff, always high gain, and that's great too, because you got to get the control. But you should do both, right? Clean and dirty, and that's kind of how I do it. So that kind of hammering thing, here I am on the D string, my right hand again. See, I'm kind of feathering. It's as if I'm going to play a pick and fingers maneuver here. So I'm on the D string. My thumb here is muting the E and the A. These fingers are muting the top 3 strings. So I have this. So as I play something like here, everything else is muted, right? So that's kind of the overall approach I take to that.